you'll feel like your English isn't getting better. This is something I've done in the past. I've been guilty of this myself. That's what becoming a fluent English speaker takes. What is going on, guys? It's Radek here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing amazing. I can understand English, but I can't speak it. Boy, if I had a penny every time I came across a comment like that, whether it was on YouTube or on Instagram, I would have a lot more money in my bank account. This is by far, hands down, one of the most common problems English learners struggle with, and it's very complex because there can be many reasons why that is. We can look at it from a mindset standpoint and from a practice standpoint. And in today's video, we're gonna focus on the latter. But if you're interested, I can cover the mindset side of the issue as well in one of my future videos. So just let me know in the comments. So with that being said, let's dive in and solve the problem of not being able to speak English, even though you can understand it. The first thing I want to touch on has to do with how you practice. Maybe you're focusing on the wrong things in your routine. Maybe you love reading and it just takes up the majority of your practice time. Or you love watching TV shows and that's the only thing you do to improve your English. Now, there's nothing wrong with either of those things, and I think that comprehensible input is incredibly important on your way to fluency. But if speaking is something you struggle with the most, if that's your biggest weakness, then I think you should focus more on things that will help you improve that skill specifically. Think of it as swimming. You can read all the books on how to learn to swim. You can listen to people talk about swimming. You can watch competitions. But unless you get in the water, you won't learn how to swim. And to be quite frank with you, I think that all the reading and all the listening won't give you as much as spending, let's say, 30 minutes in the water actually trying to swim. Now, I personally think that as a complete beginner, you should spend most of your time listening to English, watching content in English, just to get used to the language. Now, as you get more and more advanced, I think that your practice ratio should shift more in favor of actually speaking and producing the language, so to speak. So start prioritizing things that will help you fix your biggest weakness. So maybe it's time for you to start incorporating the shadowing technique. I have an amazing video on how you can actually use this technique in the most effective way. You can check it out right here. Maybe it's time for you to find a speaking buddy or hire a tutor and practice with them a couple of times a week. Maybe it's time for you to start recording yourself. And I know all those things don't sound like fun and they seem pretty uncomfortable, and they are, especially at first, but that's what becoming a fluent English speaker takes. It requires you to leave your cozy comfort zone and actually challenge yourself more and more. There is very little progress in the comfort zone. So the sooner you accept that, the better. So I guess the bottom line here is if you struggle with speaking, you just need to speak more. And the second thing I want to say in this video is that speaking is the ultimate and most difficult skill in language learning. It's the one we often get good at last. So yes, your listening, your writing, and your reading will always feel stronger than your speaking. And that's absolutely normal. And please, for God's sake, do not compare your English to your native language. This is something I've done in the past. I've been guilty of this myself, but it's not gonna do you any good. You'll always feel discouraged. You'll always feel like your English is not enough. You'll feel miserable. You'll feel like your English isn't getting better. So guys, please, you need to realize, just as I realized it and I accepted it, that your English may never be as good as your native language. And that's totally fine, right? Let's take myself as an example. I don't live in an English-speaking country, and I don't plan to move to an English-speaking country just to make my English better, right? Just to be able to speak English on a daily basis. So I accepted the fact that my English will always be worse than my native language. Not to mention, I've been speaking my native language for around 30 years. I don't know when I started speaking, if I was like 2 years old, I don't know. So I've been speaking my native language for 30 years, whereas I've been really serious about learning English for like 4 years now. So there's no point comparing those two languages. Just do your best, practice consistently, and your English will improve. And you can achieve your goals, you can make your dreams come true without being able to speak English perfectly. And I don't know about you, but for me, that was a very liberating realization. And before you go, I just want to tell you a little secret. I've been working on something very unique, something that combines learning English and fitness. I have never seen anyone offer anything like that before. So if that's something you feel you might be interested in, get on my email list. The spots will be limited and my email list subscribers will find out first. So if you're not on my email list, you can join by just downloading one of the free gifts that I have in the description, whether it's the Mindset Changer Consistency Calendar for 2025, my 5-day course Consistency Equals Fluency, or my free training program. If you download one of those things, you'll get on my email list and you'll get notified first before I announce it on YouTube or on my Instagram. So that's all I wanted to say in this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the likes, all the comments, all the support. I really appreciate that. I really hope this video helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Guys, I hope you appreciate my efforts and my sacrifice. It's over 30 degrees of Celsius here in Poland today, and I'm melting here. As you can probably tell, my face is all sweaty. So yeah, if you can just give this video a quick thumbs up, I would be incredibly grateful. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me a lot. So yeah, thank you so much.